Gentlemen of the press, officers and men of the call here present, you're welcome to the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps National Headquarters. And we are delighted to have you around for this press briefing. And before I go on, let me introduce myself. My name is Babawale Zaida Falabi, the National PRO of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps. We are proud today to showcase one of our achievements at the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps. And this is the reason why we think it's very, very needful to call media to abreast you of our achievement at the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps. And like you all know that we have the lead agency when we're talking about protection of critical national assets and infrastructure. And we have to give kudos to the number one person when we're talking about NSCDC all over the Federation, and that's our Commandant General, Dr. Ahmed Abubakar Howdy, MNI OFR, as he's working assiduously, making sure that vandalism will be curbed nationwide. And it is due to this reason he has introduced so many units, apart from the one we are having at the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, out of which is the Commandant General Special Intelligence Squad. It's just barely a year that this unit has been inaugurated, but we are glad to let you know that this unit has made over 100 arrests so far, and they are here to make us proud again, and that's why we are having this success story about this unit, talking about the Commandant General Special Intelligence Squad. The Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps as the lead agency in the protection of critical national assets and infrastructure has once again demonstrated its resolve and determination to rid the nation of vandals, economic saboteur, and all nefarious elements that will not allow the nation's critical infrastructure to breathe. Following the resolve, the marching order given by the Commandant General Dr. Ahmed Abubakar Howdy, MNI OFR, to clamp down the unmasked as a matter of urgency all those suspected to be involved in aiding and abating rail line vandalism in the country. The arrest was made along 5 different routes and stolen items recovered in the following categories. Category 1, the suspects and exhibits are A. Abubakar Muhammad, age 47, from Gombe State, is a driver of one of the trucks. B. Rufai Samaila, 36, from Sokoto State, representative of the suspected buyer. C. Jamiu Al-Mustafa, 32, also from Sokoto State, and Aliu Abubakar, 22, from Gombe State, were intercepted after Maraba Kubacha along Kwai Kagako Road in Kaduna State with a truckload of large quantities of vandalized railway irons. The articulated 14 tires white-colored DAF is with registration number AKK 920XA. They were coming from Zonkwa Local Government, Kaduna State, and going to Kwara State as their destination. Category 2. The suspected and exhibits are A. Ilyasu Sule, 25, from Niger State, Sagari Shehu, 30, also from Niger State, and Musa Magua, 26, from Niger State. Efforts are in top gear to smash and unmask these syndicates and make them to face the wrath of the law, no matter how highly or lowly placed. The 13 suspects are still being interrogated and cross-examined, after which other accomplices will be arrested and charged to court. This afternoon, the Railway District Manager, North Central District, I'm talking about Mr. Austin Achibekong, so he also will testify to know whether all these sleepers are their own or not. So I think we have to give him some few minutes to talk.
Grace, we are very happy to be here to be part of this exercise. Having examined this truck so far, I want to assure you that these are vandalized long rails. We call this one long rails. They are being cut to pieces. Each one is, in fact, like the weight is very much. Engineer, I don't know if you can remind me of each the weight for each one of them, but I can tell you that a damage to one of these from our track hurt the corporation a great deal. So I want to commend this civil defense for all they have done, and we want to continue to partner with them, because this is exactly what we all pray and desire for. And we welcome any other security agency that will join in this fight and partnership, so that we try as much as possible to curb the vandalization that has surged to high heavens in the recent years. Everywhere in my district, North Central District, which covers from Plateau State, Kaduna State, Nasarawa State, up to Benue State, is experiencing surge in vandalization of track materials. They vandalize the long rails, they vandalize the silpers. At times they pack even the ballast. Those are the gravel, or you may call it. They pack everything. So it has been a very major hurt in our management. And this exercise, especially this team that has been set up by the Commandant General, is a very laudable achievement to us, and we are out here to support them. And I want to tell you that the APES management of the Railway Corporation, they are very happy to see that this is being done today. In fact, this is a red letter day, and we feel more happier when we hear that the suspects will be charged to court to face the law. And we also believe that other agencies will join, and the fight will have will have a good win from here. Even the press too, you should carry out the real report that you see here. We should not play it down. We should cover exactly what we see. The materials here, they are all railway materials. The ranges of the materials is the long rail, the silpers, all of them being cut to pieces. Some are held or loaded there the way they vandalize them from the track. And if you want to ask me, this run to hundreds of millions, bearing in mind that no railway material can be sourced locally. Even the nut cannot be sourced locally. All these things cost the federal government a great deal, and somebody is coming overnight to vandalize them just for selfish and personal interest. So we should come out in our number to support this exercise, and we should support the effort and encourage the civil defense, especially the Commandant General, so that he will continue to encourage his boys to go out. We want to see that this is extended to other districts of the Nigerian Railway Corporation. And when we make this uninteresting to the Vandals, I think that's going to be the only remedy, the only solution. And then also maybe we fish out the buyers. And then if there is no buyer, there will be no seller. And then the exercise will become, the business will not be interesting and booming. That's all I can say.
Thank you very much. And in addition to what he has rightly said, we would like all the innocent citizens out there, we want you to help us. You know, we security operatives, we are not magicians, neither are we miracle workers. We feed on your information. So we have a cliche at the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps. That is, when you see something, you say something so that we can work. You know, security is a collective responsibility. And the worth of all these goods being stolen is about 800 million naira. And we have to stop this in our country. Thank you very much. Well, as you can see, inspection is going on, and to see all the exhibits and how it's really going to be like. Immediately after today's parade, all these suspects, they're going to be arraigned, no doubt about that. What we're reporting live from the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps National Headquarters, from the stable of the Defender Civil, has to remain my humble self, Babawale Zaida Falabi, the National PRO of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps. Well, we are having five trucks now. So we just inspect one of the trucks. You can see these, one of the personnel of the CGFI squad. You can see all these steels. These are the things they carted away with, covered it with polythene bags. and you can see this is very, very wrong. That happened to be the second truck. We are going straight to the third truck now, and you have to see it for yourself. This is the third truck. We have lots of railway slippers. Yes. You can see it, they are bringing it out one after the other, filled with railway slippers. So we have thousands of railway slippers in the third truck. We are going straight to check the fourth one. You know, at the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, our vision is to build positive culture and to create a unique identity, and that's what we're doing. This is the fourth truck now, and you can see it filled with railway slippers. Yes, the fifth one is about to be opened now. You can see the way it's been covered. You will never know we have such things like this. You just think maybe they are perishable goods that they put inside, but I tell you, we are having railway slippers, thousands of it here. So, and if it interests you to know, we've been offered over 30 million naira so that we can set them free. But at the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, we say no to that because our dignity, you know, is our priority. So you can see we have lots of pressmen here to cover the whole event. And there's a man on Mufti here. He happened to be the commander of the CG Special Intelligence Corps, and he's the one God has used to do the magic. When people are saying that at home, they will believe, yeah, this is just a cool and gentleman. But we want you to just talk and say one or two things about how the whole event happened, because you see it for yourself live.
So thank you very much. We want to give all glory to God Almighty for the success of these operations. This operation is highly intelligence based. We don't go and sit on ground in the name we are looking for, no, but we gather the intelligence before we move. We gathered intelligence right from any part of the country we are. So for instance, we were in Kano when we got intelligence that such acts were being perpetrated around Kafanchan axis. We pulled down our undercover. Before the team could arrive, they had already finished vandalizing these rails in the bush around Manchok axis, around Kafanchan axis, among others. Our undercover continued trailing. We discovered that they brought in vehicles and had loaded these items. The intelligence continued until we were able to intercept them on the road. In fact, not that we just intercept them moving, they also have their own local intelligence. Along the route, we understood that they diverted and went into some neighboring villages and hid the vehicles there, believing that they've already taken cover from the eyes of the security. So we trailed them down to those nook and crannies, apprehended them. They went as far as telling us that their vehicles are having mechanical issues. We also went as far as bringing in technicians to check, and the technician confirmed to us that the vehicle are in sound health. Before, when they now saw technicians confirming that, they now said yes, they only did that to disguise, among other things. That is how we were able to move them. And in fact, moving them down was another strenuous operations, because they normally mobilize thugs from different villages to attack on the road, to block the road, among other things. And it was by the grace of God that we were able to manage stage by stage to move these people. It's worthy to note that these people normally allege that they carry out their act in collaboration with some security operatives. We are into in-depth investigation now, and we want to assure everyone that whosoever that is caught being involved in conspiracy with them, whether civil defense, whether any other system agency, will ensure that the full wrath of the law take its course. We will not just limit our investigations on those that were caught with the items. Our investigation will go in depth to who is the owner, who is the person who contracted them to move these items. It will be extended to the end users. Where are these items being moved to? And what do they intend to do with them? So that we'll be able to cut the chain, so that the syndicates in this rail track vandalism will be smashed, and we'll be able to have our trains back on track soonest.
Well, we're talking and having an interview with the commander of the Commandant General Special Intelligence Corps, And I would say he happened to be one of the great people out there that really have passion for this job. And I think that's the reason why the Commandant General has chosen him to be the commander of that squad. And if it interests you to know, some, should I say, years ago, this man single-handedly arrested over, is it 180 trucks?
182 trucks.
Over 182 trucks. Can you hear that in River State alone? Yeah. So you can see he has track record, and I'm sure that's the reason why he has been working really hard for this call. I pray the good Lord will continue to give you that zeal and the strength to push the call forward.
Amen.
Well done, very, very much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Na ce na da kaya, na ce daga ina, na ce daga Kafancan, na ce wani irin kaya, na ce kayan gungoni irin tsofaffin mota haka wanda aka kashe. Sai muka yi magana kudu muka shirya, washe gari muka ta gari ya waye muka tashi muka je.
Yanzu da ana lodin kayan, baka gan abubuwan da ana sa cikin kayan ba? A cikin motonka ba?
Da muka gani ana wanga kaya ne za su fara lodi, na ce mai ba zan doka wanga kaya ba saboda akwai motar kanta na garinmu ya taba doka wannan kaya da daidaiwa aka kama shi, saboda haka ni ba zan doka kayan gaba. Ya ce kayan nan bai da matsala, ba wani damuwa. Muna nan sai ga motar dan sanda ya zo ya saya kusa da wurin, ya saya bayan mu ya ce to da kayan ga yana da matsala da ba za a yi lodi. Dan sanda yana kalla da dan sanda sai magana, to daga wurin ne muka bari su kai lodi.
One of the truck drivers among the 5 by name Shagari was interviewed, actually confessed that he was at home in Mina when one of the transport agents called him that he had load for him somewhere in Kaduna State. And according to him, when he got to the location, he discovered that one of the transport vehicles that once conveyed such load was arrested. So, but in the process, the transport agent convinced him that since there were some other security agents on ground to give them cover, he had the confidence and loaded the exhibit, not knowing that he could land himself in this kind of trouble.
Da scrap a Zankuwa zuwa Ilori shine na tambaye su nawa suke biya, sun ce min miliyan 1,200,000 suke biya. Na ce to shikenan, kayan ba wani damuwa bane, suka ce a'a scrap ne. Na ce to shikenan, shine suka kawo mun advance 200,000, shine muka tafi. So da mun je bakin robulo na sojoji ne, shine sai na ga wannan karfi, sai na ce musu to wannan ai ba irin scrap da kuke gaya mun bane wannan karfi.
One of the drivers, Abaka Mohammed, confessed that he was in Gogolada when he was invited by a transport agent, and when he got to that place he was scared because he was aware that if you carry this kind of thing, you find yourself in a problem. But just like the first person equally confessed, he said he saw some security agencies on ground. And with that, he was assured that it will not implicate him, not knowing that what he was going to do was actually going to land him in a problem. According to him, the whole work is supposed to collect 1.2 million, and out of the 1.2 million, he gave the transport agent 100,000 naira.